What's good, YouTube? It's your boy New Era Mar, and I'm back again with another video for y'all. And this time I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be doing my dreadlock journey. I don't know if you consider this a story time, informational video, whatever you want to call it, but I'm gonna just pretty much give y'all a rundown of how I got my hair like this to this length and all that good stuff, the whole trials and tribulations and all that, because I get a lot of people on a daily basis asking me like how long I've been growing my hair, what was the journey like when I started, so I'm gonna answer all the questions. Hopefully in this video I can help some people. Anybody who got some questions, whatever, comment below, I'll answer them. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So to start it off, I know a lot of people seem to know the date that they started locking their hair up, but I'm gonna keep it real. I don't really know the exact date I started, but I do know that it was like I have like a time frame where it had to be around, it was definitely 2012. It was probably like the end of the summer, probably like around August, September-ish. And I remember I had like when I graduated high school, I graduated in 2011, and I remember like I was already growing my hair out. Like I had a little afro, a little mini fro, whatever. And I remember I kept the mini fro all like for that next year. I let my hair grow for the next year. I don't know why I was letting it grow, but I remember like I had a little S curl. I was doing little different things with it. I would go between the afro and then the S curl. Oh man, this is what I look like pretty much, as you can see. So I was trying to be a pretty boy like that, but after a while, my hair grew too long to keep the S curl. So I had to figure out the next stage I was gonna go to, and I didn't really want to do cornrows because like that was corny, that was out of style. So I was like, all right, I need to figure something out. That was around the time I seen a lot of people getting dreads and doing all that, but I wasn't really trying to do no dreads. I wasn't even thinking about getting dreads. I was just like trying to find something cool to do with my hair, something different. I remember I seen like a picture and he had like little mini twisties in his hair. I didn't know what they was called. I guess now it's like starter locks, but I didn't know that's what it was. And I remember he had that in his hair, and I was like, yo, I want to do that. I want to do that exact style. Here it go right here. Actually, I'm gonna put a picture on the side. I want to do this exact style right here. You feel me? So I asked my mom. I was like, you know how I could do this? And she was just pretty much like, yo, you should call the shop, call one of the hair shops around here, ask them if you could get this done. Go in there, show them the picture, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I set it up for the appointment. It was on a Saturday, and I remember on a Tuesday, or like earlier that week, like a Monday or Tuesday, I just had the mini fro. And I remember my mom, we was talking, and she was like, because neither of us knew anything about dreads. We didn't know how it worked. I didn't know how to start it. I didn't know nothing about the process. And I remember her telling me like, hey, you should probably I don't know if they're going to be able to lock your hair because it's so nappy, which is the complete opposite of what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Is your hair supposed to be nappy as it can be. That makes it way easier to lock, but we didn't know that. So she was thinking like, maybe you should like try to do something with your hair to get it straightened so that it's easier to twist. In our heads it made sense at the moment, trust me. But she was like, maybe you should put like try to put the S curl in it or perm it or something like that. So I ended up putting like a whole relaxer in my hair, and I remember I looked ridiculous. I was like, man, I can't really I gotta go to work like this. Like I still got a whole week until until I had to go get my hair done. So I was like, this ain't gonna work. So I ended up having my aunt come through, and she ended up braiding my hair. She ended up like putting little like box braids in my hair because I didn't want the straight back cornrows. I was completely against that. So she put like little mini box braids in my hair, which was like, I guess like the closest I was gonna get to what I wanted for the moment. Anyway, later this week, I end up going to the shop, and I get there, and the lady tells me, okay, I could do the style that you want to do. However, I'm gonna have to cut some of your hair because obviously you permed it. I was hot because I was like, dang, my hair is getting kind of long. I got hang time, so it should be dope. Like when they twist my hair, I got enough hair. It should be like a nice little length. But she was like, nah, we're gonna have to cut it. We're gonna have to cut your hair, and we can only keep the roots, and whatever is not perm, we can keep all of that. So I was like, dang, all right. So she cuts my hair, and she ends up twisting it up, and now I got starter locks. So I leave out the shop, and I remember like I remember when I looked in the mirror, she showed me my hair. I remember I was mad because I hated it, and because it was so short. It was like from far away, you would think I had a haircut, like a normal haircut. But when you get up close, you can see how the littlest twist in the world, like it was literally the littlest twist in the world. And I remember I hated it. I was like, man, it doesn't look like it did in the pictures, but I guess maybe next month, if as my hair grows, it'll look more and more like what I was aiming for. So maybe next month. Oh, the worst is when it unraveled. I remember like that first time I had it done, that first month it just unraveled. Oh my goodness. I pretty much had an afro again. It was pointless. It was like I never got my hair twisted in the first place. I ended up having, I was with like my ex from like my high school ex back then. Ex from high school, whatever. And we was together, and I used to have her twisted sometimes. I would have my mom do it, my sister do it, and they would like alternate and keep doing it. Like every 2 weeks I needed it twisted because it kept unraveling. That was the hardest time period. That went on for like 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months, I think. And then I remember at like, I think maybe by like the 5th month, I finally got it to lock up. I finally got it to stay in place and lock. And that's when I started going to this girl named Kiasia Johnson. I hope I'm saying it right, but I'm gonna give her a shout out because she used to hook my hair up for like the whole year and a half. She was like hooking it up, and she had me on point. So I remember like it locked up around like 5 months, and that's when I didn't have to worry about keep twisting it and putting all that beeswax in it, all that. It's another thing. I was using a lot of beeswax at the time, the Murray's beeswax. I don't really like the stuff, but I hear it helps a lot of people's hair lock. I don't know how much it helped mine, because I was just jamming it in, and it would still unravel. But after a while, I guess it just stayed in place and ended up working. But yeah, so I did that. And then about 5 months, my hair locked up. I remember that's after I got it done on my 5 month, around 5 months. I remember I left out the shop and I finally could shake my hair and it would move, and I remember how excited I was. I remember that. And after that, as the months went on, I started like being able to, like, it would grow more and more, and then I was able to do styles and all that. I started getting it braided, and then you get to the 1 month, which here you go right here. This is my 1 month. I mean, not 1 month, 1 year. This is my 1 year right here. This is pretty much what it looks like. And I remember that time period because like around that time I just wanted to keep styling it, because I was like, okay, now I got a little bit of length. I could try to put braids in it or whatever, but it didn't look nowhere near as good as it looks now when I get it braided, because like I didn't have that much hang time, but it was alright, you know what I'm saying? Then around like the 2-year mark, here you go here, it looked like this. Nice little length, finally hitting the ears and all that, so I'm cool. I'm feeling real good now. I'm like, it's taken a long time, but I'm finally at this point, I'm starting to get to like a better place. And like, if you could see the end of the dreads, like you could see on some of these pictures, like the ends was like real stringy. That's because when they started my dreads, they had to leave a little bit of the permed hair to even have enough to twist up. You feel me? To even start the locks. So after a while, I ended up like trimming the edges, the ends of all my dreads, so I can like get the stringy parts out. That's how they ended up like rounded out now, where it's not, if you can see. Yeah, it's like rounded out now. It's not all stringy no more, so I ended up having to cut that out. The 3-year mark, I was good. That's when I remember like I knew like, okay, my hair is finally at a decent length. Like I love it now. At this point, I'm in love with my hair. The journey was exciting at that point. It was like, yo, I look how far back I came. My hair is like longer than most people, because a lot at that time, a lot of people around me was starting to like get dreads and stuff. I was like, oh snap, I'm like way further than a lot of people, so I'm like, okay, I'm doing good right now. So at this point, I'm comfortable, I'm confident, and I start loving my hair. And then what is it, around this time right here, this is about 4 years, this is last year actually, this is about the 4-year mark, I guess, in that time range, pretty much not much of a difference. Oh, I guess I can see a difference. It's funny because I don't see the difference in my hair growing until like I look back at old pictures or somebody mentions it. I don't be noticing. So it just like over time, it didn't seem like it took that long, but it was a long period of time. My hair was actually growing, but I didn't notice it when it was happening. So here you go, it's like 4 years, and that's last year. And I could see that, okay, my hair did get a little longer, which here you go here. And here you go now. you can see this is 5 years. This is pretty much 5 years now. Excuse me. Yeah, so all of that pretty much leads up to right now. Here you go. This is the 5-year mark. I'm gonna just pick today as my 5-year mark, which is October 4th. We're gonna go with that, or maybe the 5th when y'all see it. We're gonna go with that day. And yeah, this is pretty much a 5-year mark. And yeah, as you can see, you know, I got the hang time now. Finally go down to the nipples. But yeah, and right now, I can't even lie, like, I love my hair. I'm in love with my hair. I'm not planning on cutting it for the world. I remember, like, for the first year and a half, almost 2 years, I was debating on cutting it every other month. It would unravel, especially in the beginning when it was unraveling. Oh man, it was almost about to be no New Era Mar with the dreads. It was almost about to be me with the fresh cut. But I thugged it out. You know what I'm saying? I stuck with it, and now you get me right now. You know, so that's pretty much my dreadlock journey.